Canada's coffee shop? More like Canada's cautionary tale. Tim Hortons used to be the place where you'd grab a double-double, bump into your neighbors, and feel like you were part of something. Now, it's stale donuts, weak coffee, and a hiring policy that makes a lot of Canadians wonder if there's still room for them in their own country. I'm Mac, and this is Mac's Opinion, the place where we cut through the corporate PR and political spin to talk about what's really going on. If you're fed up with the gaslighting, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's drag some truth into the daylight.
Welcome to Singh Hortons. Look around, moth's been sleeping 4 days. Floors stick like yesterday's base. Cables wobble and the thrust is mere flies buzzing free. Yes, there are souvenirs. Beware the law, it's a risky roam. Where Kyle's grown in the dirty home. Flies on the side, no extra cost. Singh Hortons, sanitary lines are lost. Walk in hungry, leave with a sneeze.
Tim Hortons was a Canadian icon, hockey player name on the sign, fresh donuts made in store, and coffee strong enough to wake up an entire construction site. That's all gone. The donuts? Pre-made in some far-off plant, shipped in like frozen pizza. The coffee? So watered down it could pass for dirty dishwater. And the stores? Sticky tables, fruit flies doing the cha-cha on the display case, and washrooms that could star in a horror movie. This isn't nostalgia talking. It's the daily reality for customers who've been watching the quality tank for years. But here's the real kicker, the hiring practices. More and more Canadians are saying the same thing. You walk into a Tim Hortons, and it's like Canadian-born workers have vanished. Franchise owners chasing cost cuts and wage subsidies are bringing in workers from abroad, mainly from India and the Punjabi community, while local kids can't even get an interview. Speak out about it, and you risk getting fired. This isn't about where someone's from. It's about the fact that in Canada, citizens should be able to get a fair shot at a job in their own backyard. Now zoom out. Tim Hortons isn't acting in a vacuum. This is part of a bigger immigration system mess. Remember those nearly 50,000 international students who never showed up to class? Almost 20,000 of them from India alone. Those aren't just wasted study permits, they're open doors to a job market already buckling. And when you have an immigration policy obsessed with hitting huge numbers instead of ensuring real integration, you get exactly what we're seeing. An oversaturated labor pool, wage suppression, and young Canadians pushed to the sidelines. Cultural integration was supposed to be Canada's strength. But walk into some communities now and you'll see the fractures. Tim Hortons itself is like a case study. Customers, staff, and management often operating in completely separate bubbles, different languages, different cultural codes, little interaction. Add in the tensions we've already seen spill over in public, like the violent clashes between Indian and Sikh groups in Ontario, and you can't pretend it's all maple syrup and harmony. This isn't just about coffee shops, it's about the bigger wave. Mass immigration from a small set of high-arrival countries is slamming our hospitals. Fewer than 4% of newcomers from these groups work in healthcare, yet thousands of elderly relatives are being brought in under family reunification programs, adding to already record wait times. Housing? Forget it. Prices and rents have exploded. Job market? Youth unemployment is through the roof, with over 850,000 young Canadians out of work. And crime? Peel region, where these communities now make up over half the population, has seen auto theft skyrocket by 145% since 2020. These aren't isolated statistics. They're part of the same system failure. So why focus on Tim Hortons? Because it's not just a coffee chain. It's a cultural touchstone that's now a mirror, showing us what's happening across the country. Declining quality, fewer opportunities for Canadians, corporate decisions that favor short-term gains over community roots. It's the same story we see in housing, in healthcare, in immigration policy. And it's one that should have every Canadian paying attention. Here's the deal. We either start demanding change or we watch the last pieces of the Canada we knew slip away, one double-double at a time. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you noticed the changes at your local Tim Hortons? Seen the impact in your town? Hit that like button if you want this conversation to keep going. Subscribe to Mac's Opinion so we can keep pulling back the curtain, and share this video so more Canadians wake up before it's too late. The clock's ticking, and not in our favor. Cheers!